Amoso jowinjo kendo kawuono wanie session 8, session mar 8 mar podcast wa. Wadhi nyime gi wacho gigo mathirowa. Mokadho session mar 7 no ne en part 1, mano wacho gigo mathirowa kaka kerruok, kaka waonge trust, kaka nyiego, kaka ich lit, ere kaka wanyalo confront gik machal kamano. Kawuono wadwa loso gik moko adek kendo. Machiel en Samuoyo, mar ariyo en Ohala, to mar adek en Chiwruok. Kalure wach Samuoyo, wang'eyo ni wan gi joma tiyo matek, kendo tiyo matek amuok. To wan bende gi jok manigi Samuoyo ma ok dwa tich matek. Tich matek mar lwedo ni tich matek ma itiyo ni okinyi nyaka odhiambo, tich matek ni ogineka ka giyangre go maber. Ineno ka ber to onego bed mana ni indiko ne standing order. Wang'eyo mano kuonde mwatiye, wang'eyo mano anyuolawa, wang'eyo mano e wedewa, wang'eyo mano e osiepewa. Chunywa bende chido mapiyo gi chako gimoro amora, gima riembo dongruok. Chunywa chido piyo. Samoro we give up before we start. We give up before we start because kwachako to waseng'e ni gini will not work. Mano ok bitimre. Hiyo will not work. Mano dongine ngane nosetime dak notiye. Somebody was giving me an example of a group moro manokelo dhok moko ni e gweng' moro yo game Siaya. To kokel dhok go gin dhok mag gredi. To mine no wacha ni dhogi gi ok nyal dongo ka, magi ok nyal dongo. Pok no dongo, pok no aneno. To indeed no migi dhok, and dhogo no tho. Tigeno tho nikech ang'o? Ok ne gitimo vaccination, dhiang' katuo ok tim ang'o, ok gitim gi lum pango kako wach nigi. Alafu ka tho mwisho dogen wanyisou ni dhog kisungu gi ok gine kaka dhog gredi gi magi ok nyal dongo e gweng'wa ka, magi dongo mne gwenge machielo. Of course odongo e gwenge machielo nikech jogo are taking care. Jogo timo vaccination, jogo thiedho dhok, jogo miyo dhok chiemo madwarre, jogo ng'iyo dhok kaka nomigi kiwango mar ng'iyo dhok. But for us, iwacho ni dead on arrival, gino ok nyal timre. We always are very quick to say ni gino ok nyal timre, this has never worked, ma pok notimre ga, ma erithagri nono, you're wasting your time. And then joma chido chunye mang'eny. But at the same time, there are also a few of us within ourselves, kaka anyuola, mosetimo gigo successfully. I started an organization, my own impact research. I've started multiple others. And if you find out they're all successful, Impact is successful. We celebrate our 20 years just last week of impact in the community. One angini Nyanza Initiative for Girls Education and Empowerment. Nachake and I watch chien kanyo a podcast moro machielo chien kanyo ni. People, you think the people would come together and would put anything. You know, nobody's coming in. But somehow it is really, really successful. And Gossip Talma, Wachako recently, about a few years back, Sani is moving and is beginning to pick up really, really successfully. So things will not succeed unless you work hard. Ikao Samuoyo, Iloro, Ikano, Iwachinadwa Gini. I may not succeed tomorrow. I may not succeed next week, but I will succeed. You put your mind to it, ikete chunyi, utafaulu. Niti project moro be mana na alos timoga somewhere, one of the chula moko koni tema. Ipid a lot. Wanyeo machine, mar goyo pumping water, ipid a lot. I went for a field visit. Kayudo mine got a lot near. Kapenye na ngoma timna ni coordinator maneni kai ni to the Nairobi workshop. Yani coordinator the Nairobi onge ngama take over mondo bio ongo pi mondo pi odhi a lot. So Samuoyo hinyowa. We really must confront Samuoyo mawango and giving up before we start. And expecting a huge profit immediately we start. Expecting success. Success kokineno, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year. Iki to itafanya. Nitie some jomoko madhika na 2, 3, 4 years. Poko chako yudo profit moro malongo and they are still there. They are still there. As long as you get enough to kukudi pesa licha. Unakazana tu until you make a breakthrough. How to make a breakthrough without sacrifice. I'm looking at even how we are starting Kisihomi. There are people who are really interested. Nitie koda jogo mose donjo mose bedo jakanyo. And yet you call even for meetings virtual or give me attend. Unless you call for training. Masa Morocco, the same people may not express interest in training or get time. So commit time you cannot get something commit time. My days of manners in the end. So we don't commit time, we don't commit resources. Mondo iwachni aherogin, if you like something enough, you commit resources. So you don't like something enough, na mdomo, and you hope that abracadabra itafanyika. Haitafanyika. Itafanyika when you commit time, when you commit resources, when you commit your expertise. Lo nyinima ingono ikete. We expect everything to be done by someone. As I said in podcast moro chir kanyo, now actually onge jaluo mok okwalit ok majaluok lesne, onge eni jaluo majaluok lesne ni hawa wabedie kanya chiel waichokre uru mondo watim gimoro. Everybody wants development mar jaluo, except probably a few that or feel no say arrive. Everybody, but gidwaro success mar jaluo gi development mar jaluo na mdomo na I toki kwa mdomo. So ni domo wadwaro ya onego wariure yes onego, but are we riurering? Be wariure die because we need to do this and we criticize and we do this and we pick this and we chiwo example, and that is not just about jaluo, by the way. I mean another group moro motingo professionals, and it is the same thing. Wazungu timango, colonialist timango, kiango timango, onego wariure kaka jo Afrika, onego wariure kaka jo dine, to end at wariure kaka jo Afrika, jo kyo timango, we are just bashing kyo gino timreto. Nobody is taking an action to do something about it. There are those who say that if you don't like something strong enough, then do something about it. So kaja luo neno ni onda mwadongre go ni chien. Neno ni onego wariure mondo wadongre. Neno ni onego wane pogruok kata change among us. Then it means that we need to take action. We need to go beyond talking. We need to go beyond wishing. We need to go beyond hoping. Because we are hoping it will be done by someone, somehow, it will be done somewhat, so someone somehow will do it and it will get done. No, it won't. It is you and I that will need to sit and do it. And for us to do it, we must commit our time. We must commit our expertise. And importantly, we must commit our resources to be able to build. Watch money ni mzungu manyaka miwa donor funding, mzungu manyaka miwa pesa. Donors kio miwa, kiasi serikali timango. Let them do their part. And yet when you look at our healthcare, especially public health, especially malaria, especially HIV, a lot of it is donor funded. And if you're waiting for the donors to come and fund our own backyard, things in our own backyard, gochwa, tokdalawa, ginene, zirundu kata kirundu, talk bisodo. So let's commit our time, our resources, our expertise, and not wait for someone to somehow do it somewhere, whenever. It will not happen. And that's why we keep on talking and not taking action. It is time. Kisihomi is asking, join Kisihomi, pay 50 shillings a month. Only 50 shillings a month, which you can't do anything with peke yake. But you can do a lot when you bring it together. Mondo wa kel dongruok anyuola wa, gweng wa, village wa, county wa, region wa, paka nyuola. And of course, the other thing, other than Samuoyo, ni kecho kidwa time, or okidwa time it will mean I will spend my money, or it mean I will spend my time. Then it means they teach the end poking holes on anything. Everybody do a team. You're poking holes, man of meeting, that will not work, and nothing is happening because you're not taking action. Nothing will happen unless you take action, and that action should be taken by us as Yoluo, rather than wait for the government. We will hold them accountable. King yo session mokongo mana awacho go kaka Kisihomi no chakre. I quoted Mukamba moro mana wacho ni Luos are the most threatened community with extinction. And the way Maluos are going to be extinct is because everybody is coming to Neo, Lopewa, and the economic muscle, Maniti Lowland, is not held by a Luo. Economic muscle, money Lowland is not held by a Luo, and that is true. Parali chichi ni temani everywhere. Onge gimaja Luo hold moroma lowo except achiel ka, achiel kucha, the majority jomoke mohol. And anybody mohol your economic compass, and that is somebody who directly kumudhiye. Madi gini compass gini nyisi direction kumudhiye kaka mar manager. Somebody who holds your economic compass is the person that will direct the way development is going. They're the ones who call the shots. And so they come and they call the shots in Gwenu, Pinyu, Galau, Kumaunti, Chicheu, Towneu. They call the shots because they run the town. They own Kisumu. They own, Oyugis. They own Migori town. They own Homa Bay town. They own Siaya town. They own wherever. They own these places. And therefore, they dictate. And as long as they dictate, my friend, onge gimonyalo wachi ni duol mane. Duol ma onge economic muscle oken duol. Ilosa losa to rumo gi kanyo. And so, we need to rethink our interest in Ohala. And Ohala okay ni nyakidhi ya duka. Ohala can come in different ways. Inyalo bedo ni in gimitimo as part of Kisihomi, and you put your ears out, ni iuso lope kanyo. To lope pe uso yomage malo uso ribaro pesa. You negotiate, you come and let Kisihomi know, we come together, those who are interested, wawatu nilo niti kama, and eka prariyo, yomage madwanyewe. You come together, you buy it. And kusa nyewe, toose. And of course you're going to sell it at 200% the price. Sometimes 150, sometimes even 300. I've given an example, Chienkanyo, Namano uso lo nyo 350 per, eka to also 350 per quarter. And so, Ohala can come in different ways. It doesn't have to be nipi the poultry. It doesn't have to be ni yauduka. It can come in different ways. Can I continue? Yeah, Ohala can come in different ways. When you lope, in school, will come together and then you do something that will help you to reclaim that economic muscle. Money is a citizen. But as long as the others ever hold the economic muscle, there's nothing you're not going to move forward. And when we're talking, they're taking, and then before we realize, like, oops, what happened? When did the rain start beating us? We don't know. The other thing, and we will go race. O kidwa ni ibro kawo gine neti chako to no lal. Jok mose chako Ohala gi lugie uru mondo page gie whether they gi chaka mokwongo to en game shot. No. Many people started. Ana won maloso kodu ana aseran nyaka matatu. Asenyo matatu makete ndara, maseran. Mokwala nyaka giwede na meot. Okwala ma wacho ni tho obedie. Ana segero ot matindo rooms gieki when I was staying in Eldoret. Jogo biro ma diere 2002 post election. Gibiro ma gimuko te. Od masas anyolo magero go ot rooms 12. They came waka buko yote. I had to start again. I say pido gwen ma se lal dereyo. Sadi ko nche chaka third round. So ilal titemo, but if you give up, the question is, what next? What is the other option? If you give up, what is the other option? So itemo mangariyo imiti yoko kata kigero kata kola. Of course, jomati mangenya diba machako Ohala. You try. Me, I've been trying. I've told you that was 2002. And that is the time, mabende anyeo matatu. Adinyi auro mnangato binyeona second hand. Achako ran. Nabi a loss ma wajni ka uru matatu na. And so we can't take risk and we give up too quickly. Tokawa samoro wakao kata loan. We don't take loans. Why can a bank the joma benefit gi pesa mwaka ne bank gin jomoko magerrego. One mokwongo read no part ginene kaki ka loan. There's always this feeling, and I will get many of these banks. Nijo moloso banks, many of them actually Jonyanza or Kauga loan. Wajalua wachukui loan. So why should you even bother? Wajalua wafanyi hivi. You don't even tell Mati mleta nige wajalua wafanyi. So they don't even invest in that. Because of kwado kau loan, waluro kau loan. So sometimes wakau loan to you auja plan. To loan biro to la kamano. Loan begino megal bungo problems. Kone kai uodne runyarwa yu kioti mrenadi no riemni fees ngato ni hospital. Sasa woro be wacho ni adi go ni denda mos. Ikau loan go ni dendi mos. That is hilarious. Sometimes we also want profit mapeyo. Where I stay, nitie mama moro ogero kiosk, little kiosk, 10 of them. And they went like that kicker. They went really quickly, mokawgite. Out of those 10, 3 emapod function, 7 was a load. And that was like last school term. My ribe mara dia parga chiel. Last school term, around mara uchela birio kanyo. Ose lor 7 out of the 10. To no kawgite makene dinadi penyo ni nyathi moro. Ose kaute. To se lor gite nike jogo, owani onge ohala miyudo kanyo. We give up too quickly on ohala. Because we think ni, onego bendi chako ohala, tise yudo gimoro maduong' dichiel. People don't, and I've said this earlier, the penji joma are successful, they have fallen and risen and fallen and risen. Giluar to gichung, to giluar to gichung, to giluar to gichung. As they luar and chung, they learn a lesson. So that give the next one. If apply lesson mani learn mo kwangoka, ti move go to the next level. The other is that adiera duondo be okmiti ohala. Duondo kaka jaluo okmiti ohala. It's like you're doing me a favor by selling to me. Iti muna favor nikechi uso na. Idhiro wach haraka ni customers. Toki wuok idhi duk ng'ama chielo mitimo go competition ni. To dwa loso gi ji maber, nikech olombo pesa. Jogo ng'eyo sero pesa molowa, when we don't, we expect no negimia. To kokimia to then there's a problem. So we have that. And so we don't have that lombo pesa and bedo in a way moroma kata idwa mino dhogi sama biro jiepo iricha wuoda gi nyiero, pick up my bag wachna ni gine madhe idwa rango igemo na gini atingni aterni mbele kucha. That is what you get when you did dukni mag jomoko. Wan ka ngidhi naneno na winjo recording moro bondo chieng' moro kaka dhi do chiro somewhere ka moko miwacho ga mabedo recorded mag mtumba gi to ng'ato wacho ni socks sling prabich socks sling prabich kokidwa tiwe socks prabich kokidwa tiwe, which means kokidwa tiwe no is the attitude ma wan go ni you can take it or you can go. And of course if you the attitude you can take it or you can go, then I will go and I will buy it at the next shop, you know. Somebody was in a call in Kane radio talking about Kisihomi. You know, actually, you go, it will be new tomorrow. We may 1,000. Only see now change the man change a kid wogi. Open any man change baby wogo. The next person to know said the bank must a float, must be go ready. Mako gin will near will automatic to go to the bank to do. To my reader, I know what they will change a bank. To what you know, if they do change, he say you it's like who will come back to you. So we also need to self-reflect. Kizu introspection. Am I doing my best as a business person? Am I patient? But also, am I so that they can come back to me? And there are so many other choices. You know, they can go and have other choices. So sometimes it's not just ohala in terms of ichungo gimore duka. Sometimes you also your services, you also your expertise, in fundi. Sometimes fundi nyalo juango ni teach, ma you sit back and wonder nito yawa. Oketo ka, to nge ni en kose keto mo sedi, ine mi dong ka kendi the expense machielo. And so, inyalo hombo fundi mondo duogi, fundi koro happy to pare ni ine mi dwa mi teach. To ine mi hombe mondo bi mondo mi teach. To ine makoro ihombe mi dhi chu mi rit kata mondo bi to ko biro chako gimoro to wenu so chako gimoro to we quarter chako gimoro. I'm hoping this CBC will put a lot of food out of business where people are coming into ufundi because they are passionate about it rather than obire ufundi nikech wudnero ne timo plumbing koro oduonga mondo atim kode plumbing. So we are hoping that one thing is also we don't know how to sell pesa. We also think it is a favor that I'm doing by Tioni. It's not like a favor nichule. It's not like this is a win-win. This is like immediate B. One bed is samoro kwa chulfundi, to be honest. Samoro wabendo kwa chulfundi. You better samoro kelo fundi Tioni, so you don't want to pay. And so we need to check ourselves as Jomalungo Funde also need to check themselves to be responsible. There was a time when I was here and I had to remove the entire roof and replace the roof with food. You know where the roof matured from day one. For 3 years I had to change. And here and other bell, to your machielo. And inconvenience mar ot mature, and then I had to look for pesa to chakuke to the entire roof. Nikech okotim inspection. Oweyo funde ne kanyo, jolwedo enodhi kumodhi odwaro tich machielo. So I cannot recommend any of the food manogedona to anybody except not grains. Imagine. And if that is the issue, we are having what is it called? A marketplace at our website where people are going to sell their services and sell their goods. And people are going to grade them. So food you need to ibrocate a grade. Is it a 2-star, a 1-star, or a 5-star? So that when people are coming to look for that somebody mondo benigi plumb or benigi, ngamati moje roof or bediango, tingi ngamanigi 4 and 5 stars. And maga nigi 0 star, all of them. One bende, nitio helni moko ma, waparo ni okwaromogo. Ineno ni ma ohala matin mo kanyal tim. Mano kanyal wuotho gi ginene. Ano kanyal wuotho gi nyuka e skunde na uso. Ok kanyal wuotho gi mandas. To sometimes my ok no wuotho gi mandas no. Iti onge kata mna chiemo ma nyithindo chamo. Mondo gichag gi mandas no, mondo mandas no ni some profit, mondo that profit obildi to the next level. I've given an example of okuyu moro mane oa Kiamba. Diere mane nitie post election violence 2007. Gidhi Nakuru. To kwa kichopo Nakuru to oneno ka there's a problem with imiyo gingi jokanisa kumiyo to chopo kama giol. To kane koro jogo neno ka watu chopa time makoro onge namna. To dhi kwa pastor miye 95 bob. 95 or 85. To kao 50 to balance modongo miyo nyamingi manene gi nyathi. To par ni 50 nika chamo kendo kinyina dogi pastor. Jokanisa se feed makoro bende wamechoka. To dhiyo nyiewo mogo. To mogo ni otedo go nyuka, to tere mjengo. By the time mano tedo nyuka the third time, motedo nyuka the third day. Ose you enough to nyiewo unga ngano matenja. Koro tedo nyuka gi chapat. When she was being interviewed about a little over 1 year, ne koro sende kujia parga berio. Makoro nudo nyuka gi to tere different mjengos, And no what you need goal ne in 5 years was to open a supermarket. From how much? 50 bob. So you can start with anything and let that thing be wangyori michopogo in what you desire. Because sometimes you can't get what you desire because you don't have the capital, you don't have the means, you don't have whatever. Toma ingo matinni. Teach mijaroni ohala mijaroni can be njia midhigo kamidwani modichopie. So finally, for this session, now we're watching my session 2, mwawacho go gik adek, ma en wach Samuoyo, gi wach Ohala, to gi wach Chiwruok, to gibedo gi erokamano. As another session na los about how okwa chiwre kaka nyuola, kaka oganda jaluo onge chiwruok. Chiwruok mana ma inena problem tidonjo ti chiwrini is very low. So the only thing mochiwre maber ma onge go jaluo everywhere and liel jaluo chiwre ana chungi diel ana chunga ngwa chunge gunia mar giniluna lodi bel lodi ana chungi ma to the same person kanyo tuo to family ne okwayo ni ya uru matin mondo ter go ngani hospital to jidini ngani ni onge ngama mi tero go the same person makori golo ne lodi mar oduma without even thinking twice. Okipar kata nyadiriyo tisegolo lodi mar oduma, okipar nyadiriyo anachunge lao, anachunge sanduk, anachunge ango, anachunge tents, sometimes people to nyaka to, but sometimes kanu choko ne kapodo ngima dine useve rather than wait until autumn. One very generous a choco eliel, but we are not generous in any other choco, and that one I can say without thinking twice. We are not generous. Tomorrow riembe school, we don't think about it. Ngato ni sector, we don't think about it. Sijui ngato nigi problem okay, we don't think about it. Even where there is genuine need to you can. And being ni you can does not mean you must have pesa. Samoro the fact ni mama moro you and I ought me lost on the ought my left. That is chiwo. We don't have chiwo, but we also don't have erokamano. So again, ichagwang, ichagweno. Somebody maybe chipo to your michiwonegi are just feeling so entitled. Makata ngama go erokamano. Of course, you watch ni tenda member nenda zako. It is true, but there is nothing that as encouraging as ngamimiyo gimoro appreciate and maybe konyo ng'ama chielo. Nikech when you just keep giving, nitie gima iluongo ni fatigue. Donor fatigue, donors watching already, there's donor fatigue. There's also giving fatigue. Because tomorrow there's just one family member or two. Or there's just this person. Sometimes they get tired. But when you see people appreciating, one nano, umi hope, umi, you feel now, it was worth it. But kanga to PMO, kati konye to PMO, kati konye to PMO, then you just feel exhausted. And why should I? So on the one hand, okwanjo chiwo. But on the other hand, samoro kata kichiwo, to Jaluo is so entitled, our families, don't Jaluo all of it. Some of us, our families are so entitled, makata mimi no okrome, mimi no pe oko appreciate, mimi no be okberne, onego be ni mie mo, onego be ni timango. Samil you ichopo gi sanduku giluongo na gi boxi. Hey, omari pa kikaderpu. To sama boxi no koro dok chien, samoro boxi nyaka dok chien, tineno ka koro hera mayande nitie cha orumo, which means it was not hera. It was, give me, I value you because of what you're giving me. I don't value you as a person. Me sometimes I tell people, why don't you just call me to say hi and find out how I'm doing? We also have, Adirama also is needed. We also have Raha, Wangira. And said earlier on, you would rather spend this on nyiew ni ng'ato kongo miketh go mesa to samoro e tok dala ukacha nitie mama moro ma onge kata na ode chwer to death gi sama koth koro nitie sanini. And sometimes bende we also don't have, and this one is about, I've seen this and I've seen this in other communities. I've seen in other communities the way they're givers. I've seen this even in schools. You know, people are in school wall. In your school, schools might take advantage. Yes, that is true. But sometimes, you know, also the extra, maybe goal you go 200. Or when you think you go on a special day. You know, you have your magolo karagina jipira to some class of jipra board. Because I'm already more goal, game a chungo cities of Okanyaki Toyota Langogan. Goal of wrestling near Rio Modo, you think on your soda modo, you think of Wigoma Bear. So we are not givers, and if you're not giver, you are not a giver. The Bible does not lie. The Bible preamble. It is more blessed to give than to receive. You don't go with more loyal kichiwo than to sit back and receive. And maybe let's reflect on that as a community. Maybe money one of the things mamio waringo kartiendo quite a bit. Because we like to receive, what waroni miwa as individuals, as what waroni yakupewa, circle's idea, okinekwa the out of our way to also demonstrate. Let's do the best that we can. What waroni yakupewa. And when you're given, then that means that you have relinquished your claim over receiving. Because it is more blessed to give than to receive. So you don't want to receive. You don't want to give. And if you don't want to give, then where do you expect blessing? You want to receive and you don't want to give, and you still want God's blessing. Which blessings? Blessings, money. Okay, maybe you're not blessing, give and God will bless you. That is what the word of God says. The word may twist around. You don't receive you don't have blessing to receive. But not the Bible, according to your version. Okay? And the other thing that I've also seen others do, nitie jo mineno ka ineno mama moro ma samoro luoko, samoro en tigal in an office, to obiro owaro lewni kikomba, to obiro uso, owacho ni you should make a pledge a church. I make a pledge about 20,000 wagero kanisa. Or I make a pledge, you do a mission kama. Or I make a pledge, you do a team kama. Or do a biro also, or do you get also to you to also okti oki angoto tima. Or do a commitment man make a kanisa. Modi mo chol, and then you sit back and wonder, and home you say bless Jomoko. It's because they give, they commit to the same God Magiba no bless. What don't you say bless without doing a thing? Manakamo betie. So, and I've also seen that during elections. Let me tell you something, Anyola. During election, nitie kabinde malemo. Gilemo 24 hours. Gilemo chain prayer manyiso ni nitie joma chako saa achiel nyaka saa adek, nitie joma chako saa ariyo nikech nyaka overlap betie, joma chako saa ariyo nyaka saa abich, joma chako saa ang'wen nyaka saa auchiel. Nitie joma lemo chain prayer for almost a year, 6 months, 1 year before elections, kagi kwan Nyasaye mondo oyier ng'atgi. Wan oyierwa to wan wabet wamadho kong'o e bar, wan oyierwa ok imadho kong'o e barach, but do we have make time to pray? Do we make time to commit gimwadwaro ni Nyasaye? Because what Nyasaye owes it to us, manyaka miwa mna gimwadwaro. Ini dwaro ni mondo ng'ati one, to you don't even have time to commit mondo kwa Nyasaye mondo timima. Jomoko to lemo, gilemo, and that I can tell you. Gilemo ntie joma dhi nyaka ewi got. Ntie joma lemo kanyo, gina prayer cells and cells and cells all over the place. Gilemo. So, we don't want to lemo, let's not expect to reap from the same God that we have no time for. The God that you have no time for, to what are blessings, the God you have no time for, you don't answer prayers. As a community, I'm not talking as individuals, as a community, we have a long way to come. So let's reflect on our relationship with God. Remember I had said, I don't know whether it was this, there's another podcast where I had said, how post-election violence, no mio, no riemo kuche, masadaka no go down to zero, mal type no go down to zero. Because we are not givers. And it's not just us. Not givers. So, the way I'm talking about Chiwruok, Dala Kadala, you can build your community without building your home. But we are saying, build the community, build the Ohala, build the village, but please don't build the village to an extent where you need one of again. They don't get it. And somebody I tell people that no, put a stop. So that as you build others, you also build yourself. Okay? So we want to make sure to us that as people help, as people come to your help, as we help others, we are better off than. And there's every single person looking at my end better off than. But we lift those people. Our erokamano is in very short supply. Our erokamano is in very short supply. We joma nigi erokamano, and we joma igero as igeri so that you can grow. Okigeri ni nyaka geri forever. Ninya can be hand out forever. Use whatever it is, mama to get it. Modibe grow, modimea, imea mugu, modibe also that somebody else can be helped. And one thing that we need to know, make hanga to me an opportunity. Please grab it and demonstrate. Now I use this opportunity and will make it change my life. Don't sit back, ningano me and niti the more close for as I speak today. Niti project manegitimo, no rumo, maticho rumo, Koro is like Kawango owes them a job. And home you know teach your room. Niti the more close for I didn't even know for like almost 4.5 years. Nikara omako na nyaka sa nini donge nange ni nyathine die from 1. To project ko rumo. Everybody went home. Ni nange ni nyathine die from 1. I go late. It's like, what am I supposed to do? You know? So it's like one so entitled. But sometimes somebody sits back and you say, I'm not even going to help anyone. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. It is not worth it. Because you try your best. You burn your midnight oil. Undingi rami, idwaro pesa. So you're going to feel entitled. Maka teach you for the project they were doing. So now they owe it to you. They owe it, they blame you. They blame you na ngomi ongiti. Sometimes funding on Okchien. I'm not going to start a street funding on Okchien, Onyango Inia, Adiabu Indaka na Ekibrodo. No. I'm the one who knows the funding on Okchien. And funding on Okchien, the thing that then I will do is like, which positions can I merge together? More at least the Moko be employed. Which positions can I split? And what is it that I can take position Maranga Tachia, Tandiko Ujia, rather than Cholonga Tachia? I make those decisions. And I don't have to announce, but I don't Kawango teach no room, that no day come, you cannot have a job and employ everyone. So waonge erokamano as a community. We expect to be helped and supported until our grave. Mako wabedo supported or given handout, so then that person is wrong. So wangire uru as individuals, but wangire uru so that wakon to yomikonyo be modo appreciate and or lift themselves above bedo nigini konya to a point where they're self-reliant. And that's what I'm asking. And for us to move to this level, for us to chako helmi, for us to chako way to take control, and as I said, reclaim our destiny, is to register for Kisihomi. And Kisihomi is asking you to register the only Silibra Beach per month. Silibra Beach, you can't do much on your own. But Silibra Beach, as a group, when we come together, it can do a lot and it will help us to move forward. So thank you. We have one final version on Gigo Mathirowa, and then we shall be done. Thank you.